heartily to welcome and more knowledge. And this one is about World Economic Forum, because I've been seeing about a bit. A lot of like people talk about the Great Reset and World Economic Forum. So in this one I'm investigating World Economic Forum. So here we see on the World Economic Forum's website, they have this thing called the Great Reset. Yeah, you get a lot of people making comments and stuff like that to talk about all different things about what it means and that. Like the Great Reset. But obviously, in the thing, always resetting or, starting some green thing or whatever, like obsessed by changing things and all that, always. But there's a few interpretations of what it is and that, but obviously a Great Reset, what it boils down to is basically a trans reset, even if it's hidden under different ideas and that. Of course, by 2030 via 2333. Here you see the interesting piece of code, right? Because you got the Urs, you got three Urs, right? And you got the line goes through the middle of them with each one. So there, say like this is basically like the phi, like the Greek phi, right? Come on here, like the Greek phi, say like that. And this of course is the 21st letter of the Greek alphabet, so that's 777. And so basically 9 sevens, right? So you got three of them on that W.E.F. So basically 9 sevens, right? So 9 sevens is 63 in 9 sevens is 63, so 666. So you got your 777s in it and your 666 in it. Of course, Masonic codes in that. And when we've looked at them before, the NWO, right? The NWO, which becomes urn, right? So it's like ownership and all this, right? And this one, W.E.F. So basically from that way up, it becomes fuel, right? The fuel. So you got the NWO, the urn, and this one's the fuel. So the fuel urn, everything, all the land and all the wealth and all this, the fuel urn it all, see? So like, all these like type of these little organisations and that are basically just piss takes, like they're all just, like Masonic fronts for the same type of few people. They're basically having a laugh, taking a piss. The few who earn the many type of thing, the few who earn all the land, all the wealth. And there's Davos, which is, I think, the host some of the forums there or whatever, right? So Davos. So obviously you're David type of thing, right? But saved, see? Saved. The saved. Like in the Jesus and the saved, see? So it's the tea drinkers type of thing. So all this great reset's about a trans reset. There's Water Environment Federation, even there you got a 777, you got a 7 there, and from the opposite way, so you got a 777. So they always use the same codes in the stuff. And also have a 33 there, the MM, the positioning of the M and the M. So you got a 33 there. So obviously we know the 33 who it is. See what I mean? Right, so here's the World Economics Forum, right, the few. Headquarters in Switzerland. Klaus Schwab, who'd have gone about quite a bit. Klaus Martin Schwab's the Freemartin. You know, he's just a puppet for the sort of bigger players in the Freemason Royals and all that. Lobbying or lodge. It's either lobby or the lodge. The cantons. And the cantons is in the Jewish, see. Would have cantons in Switzerland. It comes out of Jewish idea and all that. And this is like the Great Reset and the global redesign. Of course, Charles, Prince of Wales. Obviously, the trans, of course. It's tea drinker. No one. Gates. Of course, another trans are tea drinkers, of course. The Trans Trust. The trustees were the 33. It's another trans organisation. Also having a gender debate and a transparency debate. Because like they combine the two, say we're a transgender debate. Or secretly anyway, say. Of course the Davos thing is the House of David thing is. Of course Nelson Mandela doing a hidden hand, their Freemasonry and the Masonic handshake. So absolutely no doubt about what this organisation's all about. There's another like little front for another Freemasonic organisation. And there's the Duke of York. Very Masonic. The reset, obviously, to an trans society, basically, ordered by their own Masonic jurisdictions and that. The Yom Kippur War. We have some funny knowledge about this Swiss Horse State Act, right? Not an international body. Under the Swiss Horse State Act, right? So there's a series of cantons in Switzerland, which is quite funny. Like so you have the cantons in the Hebrew language, right? And the cantonists in Jewish history. The cantonist law, in which Jewish boys Yeah, you know what it says. There's the cantons in Switzerland. 26 cantons in Switzerland. And the canton synagogue. So the cantons out there is quite an interesting idea, like canton synagogue. Get to nouveau, new get to. An interesting thing, cantons. As we see here on this, the cantonist law in which Jewish boys were required to serve in the Russian army. Cantonist law. See, the canton also known as a chazan, meaning overseer, who leads a congregation in prayer. Many additional rules. Of course, Cantonese is one of the main Chinese languages. So of course you always have Canton in relation to Chinese. These are Chinese takeaways and that Canton. A very funny little word, this Canton. Language in the Chinese Sinitic branch of Sino-Tibetan languages. So very funny, overseer in the Chinese Sinitic branch. Spoken by millions of people in China and all that. Maybe how they took over the language, maybe similar to what they've done in the European British languages as well. I think that's correct, like, because Cantonese has appeared in writing since the 17th century, right? which is not old really. And so it seems as if the Cantonese is how they took over the Chinese language. In order to use obviously they use language in brainwashing and spells, see. So when they took over the Chinese language with Cantonese, for spell casting and brainwashing the Eastern people, like the Chinese people and all that, see. They're a Cantonal one, they're trans. One of their transes. Looks kind of Jewish like, doesn't it? One there trans, definitely. And it's from 2016. Pride and Free Lions, of course, Lions Pride. And of course, Pride like LGBTQs and all that stuff, see? The Pride, the Masonry. Of course, this chord, right? The on T. You have the ton, the T-O-N. Basically means on T. See? On T. On T. Brian Kant. Another Cantor. Another Cantor tea drinker. People who watch the British children's TV will now be familiar with Brian Kant. Also a bit like Kent in it, Kant and Kent. Here's of course the Duke of Kent in Canterbury. King's School, Canterbury Cathedral. I like the Canterbury and the Kent. Of course Duke of Kent is the head of Freemasonry, isn't it? Duke of Kent, King's School, Canterbury.